Hi guys, so today we're going to be looking at my top 10 action movies. So without further ado, let's take a look. Number 10, Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon is a 1987 American buddy cop action comedy film, directed and co-produced by Richard Donner, written by Shane Black and co-produced by Joel Silver, starring Mel Gibson, Danny Glover and Gary Busey. Mel Gibson is LA cop Martin Riggs, reckless, relentless and lethal. His Vietnam training and Sub-Zero Flashpoint are a volatile combination for a man with such chilling credentials. Recently widowed, Riggs is a time bomb waiting to go off. The only question being, who's he taking with him? Danny Glover is Roger Murtaugh, an older cop approaching retirement, who now gets saddled with the unstable Riggs as his new partner. Will this partnership crash and burn, or will they complement each other by becoming a very effective crime-fighting duo? Number 9. Cisu. Cisu is a 2022 historical action film written and directed by Jalmari Helander, starring Jarma Tomila and Axel Hennie. Set in Finnish Lapland during World War II, the film follows a local gold prospector who has the misfortune to run into a German death squad led by a savage SS officer. When our prospector is robbed of his gold, the Germans quickly find out there's more to this man, and he's not to be messed with. Number 8. John Wick. John Wick is a 2014 American neo-noir action thriller directed by Chad Stahelski, written by Derek Kolstad and starring Keanu Reeves. John Wick is a man mourning the loss of his wife, and when a group of young men break into his house, kill his puppy, a final gift from his deceased wife, and then steal his car, they unleash a monster. The Baba Yaga is coming, and he's only interested in one thing: revenge. Number 7. The Equalizer. The Equalizer is a 2014 vigilante action film, directed by Antoine Fuqua and written by Richard Wenk. This film is loosely based on the 80s TV series of the same name, and is starring Denzel Washington, Martin Sokas, Chloe Grace Moretz, David Harbour, Bill Pullman, and Melissa Leo. Robert McCall is a former CIA officer who struggles to sleep, misses his deceased wife, and works in a hardware store. Robert often spends his evenings reading at an all-night diner, and has befriended Terry, a teenage prostitute who's being trafficked by the Russian mafia. When Terry gets badly beaten, Robert decides to take action, but this means breaking his promise to his wife. Number 6. Man on Fire. Man on Fire is a 2004 vigilante action thriller directed by Tony Scott from a screenplay by Brian Helgeland and based on the 1980 novel of the same name by A.J. Quinnell, starring Denzel Washington, Christopher Walken and Dakota Fanning. Denzel portrays character John Creasy, an alcoholic former CIA officer turned bodyguard whose only saving grace in life is Peter Ramos, the little girl he protects. But when she is abducted, Creasy goes on a relentless, brutal and bloody quest to find her and the people responsible. Number 5. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a 1981 action-adventure. The film is directed by Steven Spielberg from a screenplay by Lawrence Kasdan, based on a story by George Lucas and Philip Kaufman, starring Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Set in 1936, Indiana Jones, a globe-trotting archaeologist, competes with German forces to recover the Lost Ark of the Covenant. As it's said, whichever army carries it becomes invincible. Can Indiana stop his rival Dr. Rene Belloc, guiding the Germans to his awesome power? Number 4. The Rock. The Rock is a 1996 action thriller directed by Michael Bay, produced by Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, and written by David Weisberg, Douglas S. Cook, and Mark Rossner, starring Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris. All of San Francisco is taken hostage when a vengeful general seizes control of Alcatraz Island, threatening to launch missiles loaded with deadly poison gas. With time running out, only a young FBI chemical weapons expert and a dangerous federal prisoner have the skills to penetrate the island fortress and defuse the weapons. Number 3. Die Hard. Die Hard is a 1988 action film that originated from Roderick Thorpe's 1979 novel Nothing Lasts Forever, directed by John McTiernan and written by Jeb Stewart and Stephen E. D'Souza, starring Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman. High above the city of LA, a team of terrorists has seized a building, taken hostages and declared war. But one man has escaped detection, an off-duty cop. He's alone, tired, and the only chance anyone has. Number 2. Commando. Commando is a 1985 action film directed by Mark L. Lester and produced by Joel Silver. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger in the lead role alongside Ray Chong, Alyssa Milano, Vernon Wells, and Bill Duke. Arnold Schwarzenegger stars as John Matrix, an elite soldier and one-man army, who is forced back into action when his young daughter is kidnapped. Matrix has to fight his way through a private army and a former commando with the help of a feisty stewardess and an old friend. His mission to find his daughter at all costs. Number 1. First Blood. First Blood is a 1982 action film directed by Ted Kotcheff and co-written by Sylvester Stallone. This film is based on a 1972 novel by the same name, written by David Morrell. Sylvester Stallone stars as the larger-than-life super warrior John Rambo, an ex-Green Beret, a peacetime misfit, haunted by memories of Vietnam. After being harassed by an overzealous small-town sheriff, all hell breaks loose as he goes on the run. In the life-or-death manhunt that ensues, he will need all his skills to stay alive and outwit his pursuers. Well guys, this is my top 10 action movies. Why not let me know your top 10 in the comments below? And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.